Good morning, I'm Alistair Ben, and this is the last vlog I'll be doing from this house in Oslo. Christine and I are moving back to the west coast of Scotland. We've found a nice house in the middle of nowhere, so we'll be moving back out there. So I'll be leaving this house on Friday to go and start running some workshops in Spain, and then we're in Sweden for a week, and then I'm in Scotland for a whole month in October running workshops. So things are going to be a little bit in and out over the next few weeks until things settle down. But what I want to do is introduce you to these guys. This is my Kase filter system. Now, I'm actually an ambassador for Kase, so this is hardly an unbiased review. Although what I would like to say is that I've been using Kase for a number of years before I became an ambassador. So I actually bought them before I was given these. Now, I'm going to unbox this for you now just to see what you get. This is their Wolverine K100 series, which is kind of a professional level. They're not cheap, but they are awesome. They are absolutely awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut into this box and show you what's in the box. So, as with most products these days, they come really well packaged. These were delivered in a very secure package, so there's absolutely zero chance of breakage, and it comes in a nice sturdy box. When you find your way into it, they're well packaged. This is why you don't work with children, animals, or boxes. This is really secure. There we go. So it comes in a nice sturdy box, again with some nice padding, and the filters actually come in their own soft case, the clue's in the name. And it comes with a nice little cool strap that will actually fit around your tripod head, so your filters will hang there nice and secure rather than them grubbing about in the dirt or falling on the floor. There's a shoulder strap for the bag, and there are a few other little accessories in here too. There's some little screens and cloths and things like that. I'm not a great one for carrying around lots of accessories with me, but this is the meat of things. So what you're going to find in the actual case is this, which is the 100mm holder. It comes pre-fitted with 2 slots. There are some extensions there as well. And in the front of the pouch here, you're going to find a number of step-up rings. These are the additional slots if you want to turn it from a 2 slot into a 3 slot. I rarely find using more than 2 filters is ever necessary. If you want to use 3, these are there for you to use. And there's a couple of key things that are in the box here. And here's the guy here. These are step-up rings, so whatever the native size of your lens is, this is an 86mm holder. So it comes with various step-up rings. So this is the 82 to 86. This is a 77 to 86. So for example, if you're using an old version Nikon 2470, which has got a 77mm thread, that's what you would put in here. And this just clips onto that. So there's 3 different sizes. This one is the 67 to 82, and this one is 72 to 82. So the basic gist is that the thing is geared up so that you can put anything from 67 all the way up to 82mm lens rings onto this system. So it means you don't have to interchange them all the time. Now I will put in the 77 to 82, which is this guy. And one of the things I really love about the holder, and like I said, I've used this holder for a number of years now, maybe 3 years, and I've used every system out there. I'm not going to name names, but I've used pretty much them all. And one of the things I really love about this is that it locks. So once that step-up ring is secured onto the front of the holder and that screw has been tightened, this thing will not come off. And as long as the filter is screwed onto the front of the lens properly, this is a bomb-proof system. I actually leave mine on my camera the entire time and don't ever bother taking it off. And I just wrap a cloth around the front of it and that's it, fine. Now, the other thing that you'll notice on here is there's a little red rotating wheel here. And what that does is it rotates the inner section. And the reason it rotates the inner section is because a circular polarizing filter, which is magnetic, clips into the front there. So you now have a circular polarizer on your filter system the entire time, which means you don't have to take up a slot to use a polarizer. And the problem with polarizers that slip in is you've got to try and rotate the ring, and that becomes a real mess. So these angular polarizers, I think they're called. So the circular polarizer is incorporated into the filter holder, which puts it right up close to the lens front, which means the filters are closer to the lens front, which reduces any likelihood of vignetting. I don't get any vignetting on this at 24mm on my 2470, and I'm pretty sure you could stick this on a 1635 and you wouldn't get any either. So really awesome. Now, the built-in CPL, the locking nut and the rotating wheel gives a really, really cute system. So we've got our step-up rings, we've got our incorporated integrated circular polarizer. What else comes in this kit? Well, you get 5 glass filters, all the way from this is a 10-stop ND. Now, instead of a square filter, we end up with a standard 150 by 100mm filter. And they slide into these slots pretty effortlessly, but there's also a nice blackout padding around the back as well, so you're getting absolutely no light bleed into the back of these filters, which makes them super. Now, the big difference with Kase filters, and the reason I decided to accept an ambassadorship, is they are bomb-proof. I've had so many filters over the years where if you drop them from that height onto stones, they break. Or the resin ones that you get scratch easily. These things are water repellent. They are optically superb in that there is no color casting at all. On Landscape magazine, my good friend Tim Parkin did a review of all the available filters, and Kase came out #1 for durability. They are incredible filters. I mean, when I was with Tim Parkin, we were literally throwing them onto a concrete patio to see if we could break one. And sure, you're not going to do that in real life, but we didn't manage to break one. So I think that's pretty incredible. I wouldn't try it. I mean, obviously we don't want to break these things. They're not cheap. And what I want is durability. I've had other brands of filters break in my bag just in transit. I've certainly had a few that you've dropped from that type of height onto rocks or even just hard ground and they've broken. Sometimes they even break when you're taking the filter hood off if you're twisting or it gets torqued in some way. So the reason I decided to become a brand ambassador was they are water repellent. So they actually repel water, and where I live on the west coast of Scotland, or where I work mostly on the west coast of Scotland, we get quite a bit of rain. 10-stop filter. We have a 6-stop ND filter. Again, exactly the same, incredibly durable and water repellent. And then we have 3 neutral density filters. we have, this is a reverse graduated filter. And what this basically means is, if you can see it against the wall there, it goes from clear to quite a hard transition to dark, and then it graduates out to less dark at the top. Now, what these are really for is sunrise and sunset, when the brightest amount of sky is normally on the horizon. And then, because what you tend to find with normal filters is that the whole sky gets too dark just to control that band in the middle. So this is called a reverse neutral density filter, or graduated neutral density filter. This is actually a 3-stop as well. So it's 3 stops on the horizon, and it graduates up to about 1 stop at the top. All the filters are made of the same ultra durable glass, and the reason I'm showing you these now is I'm going to be using them a lot. I start a workshop in Spain on Monday of next week, or Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to be using these all the time. So really looking forward to getting stuck in with these. This is a 4-stop soft, which again should be super useful. Kase have gone for the 4-stop because it basically gives you a lot more control, and now with our digital camera sensors, we've got so much dynamic range now that we can really make images with a massive amount of dynamic range, and then we can control that in our processing. And this is finally a 2-stop soft, so that's a this is a 3-stop soft, so that's 0.9. I can't stress enough how snugly they fit into the holder. There's no pushing and tugging and whatever, and once they're in there, they're staying there. There's no slippage. You can fit 2, I would normally use an ND filter and a graduated filter. I would put the ND at the back to prevent any light bleed, but there isn't any anyway, but that's just a force of habit. And once that filter is locked onto the front of your camera lens, it is not going anywhere. I've seen so many filter holders fall off the front of cameras, breaking 2 filters, £300, $400 worth of filters getting banged away in a heartbeat, and they hurt. So yes, I am an ambassador of Kase filters, but I'm an ambassador of Kase filters because I utterly believe in the product. So I'm going to end this video here. I can't stress strongly enough how amazing I think these filters are. And I look forward to sharing some in the field videos with you while I'm away in the next 6 weeks worth of workshops. I thank you very much for watching my channel. If you find my content useful, go back and dig into some of the stuff about personal style and creativity, and there'll be definitely more of that type of thing coming along. I apologise very much for the lack of content over the last few weeks. We've been packing up the house. I've had articles to write for various magazines. I've been over in Scotland, we've been in Germany visiting Hans Strand's photo exhibition. It's been a super busy time, so things should settle down in a few weeks and a few months. But for now, check out Kase. I can highly recommend them. Cheers, everyone.